Hello and welcome to the first episode of the Behind the Sheets podcast.
Let's think about nothing.
Today we have a very special guest. After 8 long hours of work, we finally finished the work that needs to be finished with great struggle. But we have the one, the only, Aloe Twink. Hey. So, me and Aloe will admit we are slightly nervous.
Yeah, very nervous.
Something new for both of us. But we're very excited and very, I'd say, apprehensive. But yeah, I feel like it's going to be good. And we've got a lot to discuss and a lot to explain. And we're rather tired. As I said, we've done a lot of work. So yeah, but hope you all enjoy the episode and hope we fulfill everything that needs to be fulfilled, as you guys had a lot of questions. So to start off, me and Aloe are going to ask each other some questions. It can be basically anything, past, present, McDonald's order, favourite drink, anything. Do you want me to start or do you want to start?
Yeah, you go for it.
So my first question to you is, what would your ideal date be from your perspective, as in you're planning it for your said partner? Because Aloe does have a boyfriend, by the way, guys, which we'll get into later because in my opinion, very controversial.
My ideal date? I don't know, I'm very boring when it comes to that stuff. Like, I love going to the cinema. Like, that's just the perfect kind of evening for me, going for some food and going to the cinema.
We actually have a very funny story about that, guys. Earlier on, me and Aloe was having this conversation and he said something so casually that is not casual whatsoever, but it definitely sums up an OF creator. He said, if I was to go on a date, I'd probably just go to the cinema or fly to Spain.
Yeah, I mean, it's so easy.
Or go get food. Like, just slotted fly to Spain in the middle of there. Like, that was so natural. But we won't talk about that. But yeah, very simple date then, yeah?
Yeah. I think as long as you're with the person that you want to be with, you know, you're just going to have a really good time regardless of whatever it is that you do.
I very much agree.
I'm a romantic like that. I try to be.
A romantic like that? He has the romantic sexy accent.
Yeah, it's a secret weapon in itself.
Yeah. I'll tell you something, he has very dangerous eyes. Very dangerous eyes. The flirting wasn't great, to be fair. I feel like the flirting got us very distracted, actually.
Well, it did. Do you know what? Like, that time absolutely flew. Like, I can't believe, like, we're 8 hours on. I landed here at 7 and I shouldn't even say the time, should I?
No, it's
you
fine.
know, like that we're doing this at 3 o'clock, after 3 o'clock in the morning. But oh my God. Like,
yeah, it's been a long collab.
It's been fun though. Like, it has.
I would like to point out, guys, sorry for cutting you off. Please do not expect to go to OF next week and there be an 8 hour long video, because there is not.
No.
We
But
stopped.
I think it is going to be longer than
It will be long than most collabs that Aloe's probably done before. Our collab has started very creatively. We made a storyline. We didn't just do the basic boring, let's get in bed and get down to beers. Like, we very much made a storyline and we was creative about it. But me and Aloe both have ADHD. Fun facts. So we very much like things to be... Well, that's why it took 8 hours, yeah. But we was... Honestly, if I could post the behind the scenes somewhere, they would make us a lot of money. They were hilarious. There were some hilarious comments made, but unfortunately, we were booted out. So
I'm not looking forward to going through all this. Like,
I am. I've told him I want them videos sent because they are absolutely hilarious. There's a lot of jokes made out there. So, Aloe's ideal date is the cinema.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a question.
Yeah, that was... You just spiraled. Anyway, my ideal date would be... You were supposed to ask. Anyway, moving on. My ideal date would be, I'd say, in a different country, at the top of a hill, the sun setting, a picnic, just being there, a little bit of music in the background, or on the beach. Love that kind of vibe. I love a scenic place. I feel like you just connect and tell each other a lot of things when you're in a very calm space.
Have you got anywhere in mind? Are you thinking European? Are you thinking the UK?
Not a UK beach.
Sunshine?
Aloe's got a lot to learn about the UK. Probably somewhere in Spain. Love a Spanish beach.
Not Blackpool.
No, absolutely not Blackpool. No. One last question for each of them. We'll get into the questions that you guys want. Who's your favourite artist, music-wise?
Music-wise?
And if you look at the background, I'm very music-orientated, so this could be a very controversial subject.
Well, I mean, I love Kesha. Like, there's something about Kesha. And do you know what? Taylor Swift. I fucking love Taylor Swift. I've always loved her. I've always loved her songs. You know, right back to what was one of her first hits. You You know the romantic, what, Romeo and Juliet? Is that the name?
I cannot believe I just cracked this guy. What's your boyfriend's name?
Oscar.
Oscar, take notes. That's what I'm saying. Taylor Swift concert on one knee. That's what he needs.
Like, I do have a range in music. So, like, Taylor Swift, I love what's in the charts now. And then there's the likes of Kygo. You know, I love a bit of dance. I love a bit of house.
This is where it's going to get bad. Do you know who Bella Kay is?
Never heard of her.
Get out.
Bella Kay.
The door's that way. Leave. That's disgusting. Guys, who doesn't know who Bella Kay is? No. You've not lived. After this podcast, you best believe I'm introducing you. Moving on to your guys' questions. Aloe got quite a lot of questions from you guys, which I was pleasantly surprised by. Me, not so many. Melissa asked, what made you start OnlyFans?
Well, see, I used to work in management, and I loved my job. There was never a day that I just didn't want to go in, didn't want to be there. I was very lucky to be in a job like that. Absolutely loved it, loved the people I worked with. And yeah, I don't know. I loved the world of sex. You know, I used to be on Twitter quite a bit, and I could see other people like creating stuff and OnlyFans and stuff like that. And I just kind of, I don't know, that world just looked like something that I wanted to be in. And I did. I just decided that, yeah, OnlyFans is something that I want to do. I'd love to create videos. You know, I feel like it's something that I would have been doing anyway if I wasn't doing OnlyFans. You know, that interest was there, meeting up with people, and you know, I love the world of sex.
My answer to that is not as fun. He liked it, so he did it. A for effort. We love it. We love to see it. Mine, not so much. A very long time ago, I was in the care system. Another thing we can relate on. I got to a point where I couldn't live in the house I was living in anymore. It became very hostile. I was basically being bullied by the staff members there. It was not a great time for me. I'd just had an incident, a very serious incident of, should I say grape on here? And then my ex-boyfriend then broke up with me at the same time. I then gained my eating disorder, started heavily self-harming. Things got quite dark for me. And then the staff started being very hostile towards me, and I kind of had to force myself out of that house. I kept running away, causing issues, until someone kind of noticed what was going on. And then I moved in with my nana for a little bit, and there was a long period of time they kept trying to force me back into the house. Like, they were trying to get my mum on side, and then they'd wore me down to a point where I just couldn't fight it anymore. And I basically was sat at a table with loads of people. My mum was on FaceTime, and I said, whatever, if you want me to move back in, I'll move back in. And my mum saw my face and realised how drained I were, and I walked out crying, and she said, there's no way my son's living there. So then I moved in with my lovely nana. Guys, my nana is the loveliest person on the planet, but she's not your regular nana. She don't bake cakes. She gets me stoned. My nana's a gangster. She drinks every Tuesday and Saturday to get hammered. She's a gangster. My nana is awesome. We love my nana. We love her to bits. She's a baddie for life. I moved with my nana for a while, which I am the most thankful for, and this is why I believe in everything happens for a reason. Because me and my nana before this wasn't close at all. We didn't have really much of a relationship, whereas now my nana's my ride or die. I love my nana. She's great. So me and my nana lived together for a while, and during that I wasn't really getting any money. I was struggling quite hard, and I didn't really know what to do anymore. Until I posted a shirtless pic of myself on my Snapchat story, and a guy said, hello, I'll pay to see more. So I said, let's do it. And that was my first taste of, you know, this could go a lot further than that. And I never looked back. And that's it. Now I'm an OnlyFans creator, doing what I gotta do, making a living. And I absolutely love my job to bits. I love the creative side of it. I love meeting new people. I just love all of it. And do you know what? I'm not afraid to say I also love the hate. I love the drama, and I love people trying to get in my business. Let's move to one of your questions from your followers, shall we? We was talking about Bonnie Blue earlier and how she did.
Always comes up when it comes to OnlyFans.
Yeah, she does.
She's like iconic. Yeah, like
we were speaking about her earlier, and me and Aloe found it quite funny how she did the pregnancy stunt. Iconic of her, by the way. And she, in the first comment on her comment section was the baby, and it was a picture of mixed herbs. And I kid you not, Aloe must have laughed for probably about 20 minutes.
That's probably on video too.
Yeah, we also got that on video. While Aloe is finding the question he's trying to look for, been swiping a while. Clearly, people want a lot of questions. We'll take a short intermission to talk about the OF. I currently have a deal on, and that changes every day, so don't ask me what it is, but I know that it's quite a good deal. So make sure you head over to the OnlyFans and subscribe and give me a little message. I'm sure I'll be horny and ready.
Somebody called real_clarinet123, and they asked, can you pop balloons without Snickers and smell feet? Do you like that?
And this is the kind of things we have to entail on a daily basis.
Do you think Jake is your best collab yet?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. So I got that question earlier.
Who's that from?
That is from, is it Pirlo? Pirlo something?
PIGTY265. I wonder who that is.
Piggy?
Yeah, I thought so. It's me.
What? Is that you?
Yeah.
Is that you?
Shows didn't follow me back, guys.
You're joking.
That's me.
That's not you.
That is me.
Is it? Christ almighty. I didn't know that.
Answer the question, though.
Do you think Jake is your best collab yet? I think people are going to love you because, like, so when did you start Twitter and OnlyFans and all that? Is it
November.
November. So
Legally.
like starting off, it takes a while to kind of like take off and like just kind of blow up out there. So a lot of people haven't seen you yet. And I'm just kind of thinking that's just, I'd love to be in that position of like, you know, it's almost like discovery. It's like you start blowing up and then people just, they're hooked on you, do you know? And I think we've made an incredible video. I really do. By the time it's all put together, I think it's just going to be one of those videos that it's very different. It's very different in terms of
There's very much personality in it.
there's lots of personality and like the chemistry has just been like there's a lot of chemistry and that makes a huge difference because there's nothing. I hate the thought of like watching a collab and they're not speaking or they're not talking and it's just it's just scene after scene and I find that quite boring because they're just not connecting really, and I couldn't do it like that. I just really couldn't. Like, I'm lucky enough that I can kind of pick and choose my collabs. Like,
Also, guys, he looks incredible naked. Just saying.
yeah, I think it's going to be, one of the best ones for sure.
Top 3 is what he's trying to say, without offending anyone. Moving on. Someone called Daniel messaged me and asked, did you not go to the pop house in the end? See, this is a very good question, and I was very excited to answer this. Guys, I hate to break it to you. The pop house is not an actual place. It is a company. The Pop House is my management company. They are fantastic, and I will tag them in this video in the comments below. Their YouTube channel is fantastic. I take a lot of inspiration, and they are just brilliant people, to be honest. They've helped me an incredible amount with my work and with finding Mr. Aloe over here. They did incredible helping me find all the collabs that I've got lined up, all the opportunities. They're great. I'm working alongside Chase, which I'm not going to say too much, but keep an eye out. Got some secrets dropping over there. But I think they're fantastic people. I will indeed be going on a Pop House trip soon. Soon to be. I've just got a lot of work that I need to get done first. But yeah, I'll answer further about that in the future because I know there's some questions regarding that. But yeah, the Pop House is not a place. It is a company, a management company, and they are fantastic. And we're going to take a short intermission to talk about this. When I say the word film, as in I'm going to go downstairs and watch a film. Yeah, film. You say...
Film.
What the hell is film?
Film.
That sounds like something that you would call your kid.
You're going to go to watch film in the cinema?
A film.
Yeah, or a movie. But
say movie, never say film again.
Film.
You're not allowed. No, you're not allowed. Yeah, movie. Movie will do.
My accent where I'm from.
Film.
It's about the Pop House. I was just going to, like, do you generally tend to film, like, just generally like a video in like I don't know Spain or America or
so
UK?
The Pop House is very United States orientated. Yes, okay. Very much so. Miami, Texas, them kind of places.
Right. So I've seen some of the houses and they're like just beautiful.
Yeah, they're unreal.
Glass windows.
The mansions they get are crazy. And yeah, just keep an eye out, guys, because there will be a podcast made while I am over there at some point, introducing and interviewing all the Pop House boys and getting that done. So yeah. Do you think, this is a question for me before you get on off there.
Yeah.
Do you think this will be your first and last time on the podcast, or do you think you will return?
I have no doubt. Well, like, this is all very new to me. I've never been on a podcast before. So like, it's quite intimidating sitting here and not knowing what's coming and not knowing the questions. And sitting here, I need to put the camera out of my mind because I'm kind of thinking like, is there 100 people watching this or is there 100,000 people watching this? And like, it can be off-putting, but like, I like challenges, and I want people to get to know me a little bit as well, because you don't see an awful lot of it. Like, I know how to take my clothes off on Twitter. I'm really good at videos like that. But when it comes to reels on TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that, I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with my clothes on. So so a podcast is a good opportunity just to come and just to chat to you and see where it goes and
Try something different.
and let people in and see like a little bit of my personality and stuff like that.
Yeah, all Aloe's followers, this will be your first time knowing much about you, to be fair.
Well, this is it. Like, and like I do get a lot of comments, you know, like I love your accent, you know, when they do hear a little bit of it in a video or a film. It's just nice to do something different, like, you know, and it kind of makes you stay a bit fresh and relevant as well. Like,
Yeah. Do you think this will be your first and last, or do you reckon you will return?
yeah, that was the question, wasn't it? No, I reckon, yeah, I'll be returning for sure. Because I think some people you meet up with and you do a collab and it goes well and that's that.
It's like,
But-
thank you, and yeah.
Well, that's it. Like, but like, I don't know. There's good chemistry there. There's good, like, I don't know. You just kind of gel with some people, like, and yeah, I've no doubt I'll be on it again. And like,
Buzzing.
we kind of know a lot of the same people, you
We do
know, whether
indeed.
it's the inner circle or outer circle or people that we work with and stuff like that. So, um, so yeah, I've no doubt. Like, I'll be seeing
He'll be
you
back.
again. I'll be back here again. Somebody asked this. So somebody called Adam Football 66. Would have been better if it was 69, but we'll go with 66. Adam, where's your tickle spot? So like, I have an awful bad tickle spot. Have you?
Guys, have I?
Yeah.
Do you not remember what happened in the collab?
Well, I do, but like, I think a lot of people's balls are quite tickly.
Well, leave that to your imagination. But he tickled somewhere during the collab, and I couldn't stop laughing. I definitely have a tickle spot, and that's the only
You
place I'm
do?
actually ticklish.
Is it?
Believe it or not, yeah.
Okay.
The only place I'm ticklish.
It's a very sensitive spot, though,
It is
isn't it?
indeed.
My one is
And he knows how to work it.
here. Here is so sensitive on me. You could just like put your fingers and
I had an ex that was the same. He used to, like, I'd
I don't
kiss
know
him
what
there.
it is.
I used to kiss him there or lick him there, and he loved it.
yeah. No,
Very
for
sensitive.
me, I just go into convulsions. Like I'll just
Just out of control.
yeah.
So, the next question. And we're both going to answer this because we both had different opinions on it. How much can you earn from one job, roughly?
What, like collab wise or what? It sounds like we're going out
Collab-wise.
to do painting job or fit a kitchen or
Well,
something.
this is what I was about to say, guys. That's not how it works. OnlyFans is not like a paid-to-paid based job.
No.
We could post this collab tomorrow, or whenever we post it, and we could both earn 20 grand within a month on that collab. He could then go do a collab next month and post it and could earn 5 grand.
It
You
just
never
it
know.
differs week to week, month to month, and collab to collab.
Our job is
you
very
just
much
don't know.
based on how social media performs what we post. That's as simple as that. There's not a roughly amount we can tell you. We can tell you the rough amount we'd want to earn, which is quite a lot, but that's not how it works.
But it's a bit
unfortunately.
like that as well. It's like, you know, the thing that you don't post to TikTok or whatever because you don't really like it could be the thing that will actually blow up. And it's
Yeah.
the same with collabs, you know.
100%.
People like what they like and the audience will just drift towards it. And every collab is different, and that's the beauty of it. Would you date a mature guy? Any age limit?
I'll answer first.
Yeah.
A mature guy, 100%. That's my kind of vibe. Age limit, definitely. I wouldn't date anyone over 23.
Right.
And if I did, best believe they're rich. But no, 23 is probably my limit at the moment. Obviously, that'll go up the more I gain of age. But guys, I'm just a baby. I'm just 18. So I've got a lot to do before I start dating elders. But yeah, 23 is the max I'd go for my own morals, I think. What about you?
I don't really know. Like, so what I've learned is you just never really know who you're gonna fall for. Because when I think back a couple of years ago, like there was this person who never in a million years did I think I would end up feeling the way I did about them. Because the only way I can describe this person is he was a mix of three people. He was like a mix of Mo Sislak from The Simpsons, Sheldon from Big Bang, and who's the other one? Mo Sislak, Big Bang, and
The most powerful object in the universe. Blah, blah, blah. Proper name, place name, backstory stuff.
Mo Sislak, Sheldon.
And then when it pops into her brain, put a big exclamation mark above his head and then let him say it.
Mo. It's not coming to me. Yeah, I would. I'd be open to it. I'd be open like to going on dates and stuff, and just to see like what they have to offer if we gel.
If we didn't have a man.
If I didn't have a man.
Keep Oscar in mind.
Well, this is it. Yeah. If I didn't have Oscar in my life, I would be very much open to the older man, mature man.
Each their own. We listen and we don't judge around here, guys. Got one from called Chipper. Someone called Chipper. Hello, Chipper. Said, what's your long-term plan for your content work? Right, guys, we need to lock the fuck in because me and Mr. Allo over here, we have very similar plans.
We do.
When it comes to content work. Obviously, we both want to do, brand trips and we want to experience more collabs and getting bigger and bigger and bigger downstairs and on social media. Actually, I don't think you'd be able to do it if I got any bigger.
No, I definitely wouldn't.
He struggled.
I did.
Lol. Thanks. Not just 'cause I've got a big dick, but anyway, moving on. So my plan is, want to do a lot more collabs. I want to be earning a good 15K a month, maybe more. And I want to put a mortgage down on a house, live there for a little while, and then remortgage my house for a buy-to-let. Basically, a buy-to-let means that you buy the house and pay the mortgage, and you are then allowed people to rent out your house. When you do that, they give you a sum of money back. The sum of money could be, say, my current house, I want to put about 30K down. They'll give me 40K back. That 40K will then go on a deposit for a second house. I'll live there for 6 months, remortgage that, and then put that for a buy-to-let. And then people live in that and they'll pay that off. And I'll keep doing it until I have a stream of 10 houses or above. And then that's just a stream of income when the balls shrivel and OnlyFans stop. And then there's all sorts of plans. I want to set up a stream of children's homes to provide children with the care and need they need and avoid them from having to go through what I went through. Very much so. And I also want to open an interior design business, but they're all far in the future. And this isn't all because Jake wants to get rich and experience this and experience that. That's because I know deep down my family deserve the things that I am willing to provide. And I also want to leave my kids with something so they're not struggling like I did. And yeah, I've got a lot of plans. But short term, I'd just say do some more collabs and go to some mad trips, which we do have one in the working. We've spoke about, dabbled in, Spain.
Oh, yeah.
If that'll ever make it out of this room, we have no clue. But I'll try. But yeah, a lot of trips and content trips and doing different things for now, and for sure.
Work.
You can hold it.
It's just make hay while the sun shines, I love OnlyFans. I love what I do. I love making videos. I love meeting new people. As I said, I just love the world of sex. Long-term plans, buy a house. That's my goal. That's my goal at the moment. I just want to buy a house and I just want to buy one. I want to get that under my belt. I just want an asset, something of my own. And the long-term plan is to hopefully own a few properties. But I got to start with the first one. The first one is not far off, I don't think. I think we've been doing really well. I used to blow a lot of money. I used to stay in the fanciest hotels. Whatever I'd make in a week, I'd spend in a week. And I was terrible at managing money for a long time.
That's me right now, guys.
But I think it's something that everybody kind of has to do, has to experience.
Especially in this line of work. With the money we earn, you have to blow it. It's new to us. Especially as a care leaver, which you'll understand.
Yeah.
You've gone from nothing to everything. And you're like, whoa.
It's totally different.
Yeah.
And it's just it's madness. It's madness when it starts.
You also learn over time doing this job that materialistic things don't matter as much as you'd expect them to.
No.
Definitely not.
No, they don't. What's important is the people that you have around you and the support that you have and the love and just your peace of mind, But anyway, that's going off into something else. Long-term goal. I'd love to get into property, do you know, and I'd love to continue to be doing OnlyFans because there's a real passion there. And, you know, in order for me to keep doing OnlyFans and keep doing what I'm doing, you probably have to change along the way, you know, like aloe twink. Like, how much longer am I going to be aloe twink for, do you know? Because, like, as you said, balls shrivel up and, you know, the looks do fade over time.
It'll be aloe hunk soon.
I mean, I look to, you know, there's the likes of like, what's his name? 10-inch Top. I always seen him as a techno top. I think he's called Daddy TM as well, you know, and I love his videos and he's a really good brand and, you know, and he sells dildos as well and other things like, and I love that. And I'm just like, I get lots of ideas from other creators. You know, I see other people doing different things and it kind of inspires me to just start doing things a little bit differently and look. So, yeah, long-term plans, OnlyFans, you know, I would like to be doing OnlyFans long-term. I say long-term, you know, the next 10 years anyway, do you know?
Yeah.
And who knows, like where that
Things
might go.
change very quickly in this day and age.
Well, this is it. This could blow up and have 10 million views and before you know it, you could be getting messages left, right and centre from God knows who.
You could end up becoming my permanent co-host.
I'd love to make a silicone mold of my ass and sell that because, like, people tend to like my bum. So, do you want to take that back?
We're going to move on, guys, before we get demonetized. Oh. So, one of my dear friends, my close friends, Liam, I didn't say that. Anyway, moving on. He said, have you ever been on that website where you go live and get tokens to take your clothes off?
I know. So I know the one he's on about. I have never been on live myself on that, but I have explored the website. It's somewhere that it used to crop up a lot back in the day. Like, you know, it just would have been one of those sites that you would find yourself on and be watching lives and stuff. But no, I've never actually myself.
Would you?
Do you know what? I would, but it's just not something that I've ever given any time to. It's never been my main focus, but again, it's something new, it's something different, and why not try it and see what it's like? Do you know? Because I have seen like quite a few people doing it, and yeah, it looks fun.
Personally, never seen it. Didn't know it existed. Never been on it.
To say the name of it?
I don't believe so.
No, we're not. All right. Okay.
But yeah, guys, never been on there. Never dabbled in that. I'm very vanilla, to be honest. Apart from the handcuffs and the side dresser, but we'll move on from that. We deteriorate.
Do you want to hear a funny story?
Go on.
Just as you say handcuffs there. So, like, when it came to my mum finding out about I say finding out, like, I told her and she was always really supportive, like, of it. She thought it was something else at first. She didn't really realise exactly what it was.
Hi, Ella's mum, by the way.
But
Watching.
I got a message one day and it was just like, I have some post here for you. And she opened it herself and there was just a soldier's uniform and a pair of handcuffs in 2 separate packages. And like, she never even asked me what it was for. It was like, it was just normal. But yeah, I just remember that, like her opening them up, like, and seeing them and my God, like.
Yeah, I couldn't. I think my mum would die. Me and my mum are very close, guys, but not that close. And I know you'll be watching this, Mum, so hey, Queen. Anyway, these are going to be all from Jaden. Again, one of my beloved friends. We will go through these speed fire, and then we'll go back to yours. Right. For me, what's your favourite part about it? Honestly, meeting and speaking to so many different characters. Everyone in this industry is so different. And I mean everyone. Like, don't get me wrong, I've met some weirdos that are creators. But I have met so many lovely people along the journey and I'm just at the start. Like, things are about to change. And I think when I leaked that I was going to do a collab with Benji, keep an eye out for that, by the way, that's when things started going a bit crazy and just so many people were messaging me asking me for collabs. Like Corey Taylor. That was my made it moment.
Ah, yes, yeah.
Because that was crazy. What's it like in Ireland?
I don't live there anymore. I moved out of it, so that says a lot. Like, I come from a small town.
He came to Manchester, guys. He moved to the UK.
I love Manchester. There's so much love in the city. I can't really see myself anywhere else for the foreseeable future. But yeah, like back home, Donegal, small place, small town. It's just one of those places where you can't wait to just grow up and get out of. And
that's Doncaster, guys.
Like, when it comes to Dublin, that's the place I wanted to be growing up because like Dublin, there was a lot of gay people. Every friend group had like a gay, best friend. And I felt so alone in Donegal. I just felt so, like I couldn't be myself. And I really desperately wanted to get to Dublin. And I did. I did go to Dublin. It was like 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. And I worked in the George.
Does Dublin compare to Manchester?
Yeah, it does kind of, yeah, yeah. So like Dublin would be the gay central of Ireland, like Manchester is to the UK.
Do you miss being... No, London is. Do you miss being closer to family?
No, not at all, because I can just fly them over anytime I want. All you have to do is...
This is how stuck up OnlyFans creators are. I'll just fly them out.
I know, yeah, but it's not like I'm flying them out in a private jet. It's Ryanair. And like
You're putting your family on Ryanair? Guys, he hates his family. He hates them. Ryanair, planes, do this.
Do you know what? It'd be cheaper for me to get a taxi, from Manchester to Bury than it would be to...
So you're going to say to Dublin. I was like, this is getting too far.
But like, it's...
So what he's saying is Ireland's boring unless you're in Dublin.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot going on in Ireland, especially where OnlyFans is concerned. There's a few big creators, but when I started out, there was maybe 2 or 3 names that I knew of that did OnlyFans. So like I wasn't meeting up with people doing collabs in Ireland because there wasn't people to meet up with, So I would come to the UK at the weekends. So I used to work in management, and I used to work Monday to Friday, and then I would come over to the UK. I would organise collabs, and Friday to Sunday I'd be over here, and so many more people that are just doing it in the UK.
Wow, this one's for me. Why did you think that it was the best way to go forward in life, doing OnlyFans? It depends where we're going from. From way back when, obviously when I started, I didn't have any other choice. I had to do that to get out of the poverty I was in. But from this point where I guess I could stop, I wouldn't want to. Absolutely love it, and I think it is the way to go forward. It's a job that I have passion for, and it's very hard in this day and age to find a job you have passion for, and I love it. So I want to continue it. What do you do apart from OF? Which is funny because you mentioned side hustles earlier.
What do I do apart from OF? Nothing. Like I used to be in management, and I loved my job. As I said, like I loved that job. And I went part-time in that to give my... What is that, your stomach?
The McDonald's is shut, guys. We're both fuming about that, by the way.
Jurassic Park going on in there.
Yeah, literally.
What was I saying there? I've lost my train of thought there. I went part-time in that job just to give OnlyFans like
more of a go.
More, like it needed more time. The more time I gave it, the more time it needed. And I just thought I'd be stupid not to just go full-time at this, because I was earning probably 4 or 5 times more within the first month of doing it than I was in my
management job. Yeah.
So I thought, let's take the risk and let's just go full-time at it.
Why do you want to do collabs?
Why do I want to do collabs? I find them really interesting. Like, just to meet up with different people. Collabs are just a big part of what I do.
It's a money making thing too.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
So you make the money.
Like they're great. Like for monetizing. And people want to see you with other creators.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it gets a bit boring when you're kind of just doing things solo.
Yeah.
When you're collabing with other people, it's, it's exciting. Exciting for you and for your fans as well. They love it.
They do indeed. So the next question for both of us: how did you tell people like friends and family about doing OF? So I remember the day I called my mum and I was bawling my eyes out, and I was like, I feel like I'm going to fail, which I don't know why I thought that, because that was never in my nature. I'm not a failing kind of person. I always strive to do my best. And she was like, you just got to do what you got to do. My mum's my best friend. She will always tell me the right and wrong things to do. And she warned me of what could be bad and what could be good. But yeah, she was the first person I told, and she was very accepting. And then from that, it kind of just, everyone knew. My mum kind of told everyone for me and did the hard work I needed her to do. And it's gone from there. And all my family are incredibly supportive. I adore all my family for being that way. They're fantastic. Never had an issue. They never judged me or told me that I'm a bad person for doing so. They're all fantastic. So yeah, very much appreciate my family, but I told my mum and she told the rest and never looked back.
Brilliant. Well, I'm very similar to you because, I told my mum and I told my sister, and they were I mean, they loved the fact that I done it. They were very supportive, and the people that I did associate with back home, like I'm still friendly with them now. I
This
just
job
came,
very much helps you find your real friends.
well, this is it. Like, you kind of find your tribe, especially in Manchester, and especially if you're gay as well.
Question: why is it better than any other job? Like, does it not feel demoralizing? Selling your body for money, wouldn't that not make you a prostitute?
Absolutely not.
Guys,
No.
you
Total opposite. It's liberating.
do your facts, okay? A prostitute is someone that stands on the corner and sells their body to someone else for money. We find ourselves looking in the mirror and saying, I like what I see, and other people agree. And in this day and age, let's just agree everyone sends nudes. Everyone does it. Older people do it, younger people do it, everyone does it. So we're doing the same thing but making money off it. We're making bags. So no, not at all. We're taking pictures, we don't see who receives them, that's not our problem. And the money pops into our bank. Like, no. So absolutely not. We love our job. It's, in my opinion, disagree. I don't know what your thought process is. I think it can be a lot harder than any other job. I think there's a lot of easier jobs out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hard work put into it and a lot of things to do. But yeah, love my job, and no, we're not a prostitute.
Well, this is it. Like, it's not for everybody. Not everybody kind of wants to do this kind of line of work, and a lot of people have the wrong idea as well, where it's just you take a few pictures and you make a lot of money.
And that's just not the reality of it.
No, it's not. It's not the case at all. But if the passion is there and you're interested in doing it and you want to make things work, and I mean, I love it. I've never looked back. For me, it was a way of getting out. It was a way for me to
As an escape.
start earning like some really
Real money.
big money as well. And when it
Following
came
on
to
to that.
I love that kind of sex work. I just think it's
Also, when he says that, the people we collab with aren't paying us, so not prostitutes. Going on to that, how do you even make money when doing it, as there are so many people doing it? Guys, there's a large market for OnlyFans creators.
there is.
And every single creator is different. People love the fact that I'm a top yet look so bottomish. Like, that's
Yeah,
my
you
market.
You do.
Believe it or not, he dresses like a chav, and that's his market. Like, everyone has different things that they will put forward to create a big audience. And it's very rare that you will find someone that is a subscriber of people OnlyFans accounts that will be subscribed to just one OnlyFans person. They'll be subscribed to quite a few. So that's how. You subscribe to many, you bring different audiences to different creators, and that's why collabing's such a strong thing, because his followers might not even know that they found me attractive until I now appeared. Like, you just don't know. There's a different market for every different creator, and everyone's different.
Yeah, it's very true.
Do you have one super custom, like someone who pays a lot compared to a lot of others? Guys, I do, and I kid you not, it's very frustrating. And I stopped doing customs because I don't believe I'm being paid enough to make them. So I stopped. And my rate have gone up on customs. But I believe you have quite a few.
Well, that's the thing, like, as well, you never know who's subscribing to you, and any given day, you just don't know what's going to happen, and what their means might be as well. So, yeah, I've had a few, all right. Like, I think back to one fella, and I'm just going to call him Mr. Tickle for now. Like, I mean, he used to give me crazy amounts of money, really. Like, can we say this? So it was kind of outside of OnlyFans. It was like meeting up with somebody, like a fan.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah. So I used to do customs for him all the time, and it was a similar thing to you. Like, I used to make him a custom every day, every second day. It came to a point where he wasn't asking me what he wanted. It was just like, yeah, you do whatever you do. You can close on or off. Just, yeah, whatever it is, send it on, and I'll pay for it. I'll purchase it or whatever. So that was going on for months, like, but it was a certain kind of video that he wanted. He obviously had a fetish for tickling, and he loved tickling with different objects, and it was just general tickling, with like a feather duster.
Do you have a fake laugh on purpose?
Absolutely no. I like no. Like I am pretty ticklish, and I know where to kind of put it, and I really enjoy making them too. So that's like the thing. And he's paying good money for a video, so I would want to make it the best that I can make it. But yeah, just different objects, whether could be like a pizza cutter, it could be, just anything that's any object, like, that it can be ticklish. But anyway, he asked me, he was like, I'd love to meet up with you. I'd love to be able to do this in person and just spend some time with you. How much would you charge to meet up for an hour to do that? And I just threw out a figure to him.
Tell us the figure. What was the figure?
Will I? So I threw out a figure, 3,500. I just threw it out there. I didn't even think about it. I was like, how much do I make in this amount of time? I'd be like, I'll throw out £3,500, like, and he was like, yeah, sure, no problem. He was like, when can you meet up?
I bet you wish you said a higher price.
Well, I did, but
Yeah.
I was also thinking, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this, because, I mean, I knew he was genuine because he's been paying me over months and I could see what he's been giving me. And
Did he pay before you met or afterwards?
Well, it was after, because we had built up a good relationship.
Yeah.
He was there. He was on my OnlyFans for a year, and the customers.
So a
were
lot's
for
changed
months,
since then to now. If someone messaged you today asking you the same question, what would your price be?
To meet
fan.
up and tickle me for an hour.
Not even tickle you, just meet you, an OnlyFans fan.
We'll see. It's very rare that I'll meet up with somebody but I mean, I do at times. It just depends what.
What figure would you throw out?
It depends what for. I think everybody kind of has a price,
Okay, so if a fan wanted to meet up to do what we just did without the cameras, obviously, what would your figures be? What would you think you'd say?
To be honest, I would just disregard it. Like a lot of people just
So there's not a price.
don't really have
Sure
an
there's a price.
intention. Message me and find out is what I would say.
Message him, guys.
That's awful. That's terrible. That probably needs to be cut out.
No, it doesn't. Message him. 10k and I'll meet you in person.
10k. Oh, that's a nice round 5-figure sum.
Yeah. Actually, we'll go back when they asked if we were a prostitute. Clearly he is. Right. Moving on. We'll go on to your questions.
A
I've just
rent
done
boy.
mine. Yeah, he is indeed.
Let's see. We have one here. It's not really a question. It's more of a compliment, and I like compliment. It's nice to get a compliment from time to time. I love your hair and your haircut a lot. I hope to smell and kiss your hair.
Oh.
I like my hair a lot as well.
See,
It's
guys-
changed a lot over the last couple of.
Please learn when to stop. Okay? Because the first 2 lines of that was so kind. And you would have thought, that's really sweet.
Yeah, I love your
But
hair.
then you said you wanted to kiss and sniff his hair, and that's when it's a bit like,
It kind of became a bit weird then.
yeah, it became. Learn when to stop is my point. Any more questions?
No, but
What's this one?
in your private life, are you gay or bisexual?
We're both just gay.
I'm gay.
We're both
yeah.
just gay.
I've
What's
always
this
been
one?
gay. Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Oh, I read that out already. Would you date a mature guy?
Oh, yeah.
When are you coming to Berlin to play a set? Berlin? I've never been to Berlin. Never been to Germany.
Can we backtrack to play a set? Are you a band?
Well, we'll see what he said. Play a set. I just disregard that. I have no idea what he's talking about. I just assume he means to come to Berlin to probably.
When we next do a collab, I will make we'll go to Berlin, and I will stand there with a guitar while putting it in his arse. Anyway,
That's very graphic. Jesus.
you'd love it.
What size shoe are you? What size shoe are you?
I'm a size 6, guys.
Right.
Size 6. He's a 9.
I'm a
9.5.
I'm a 9.5.
Don't piss me off, guys.
9.5.
The glasses are coming off for this. Please, can you guys
9.5.
comment?
That's what it says in the shoe.
Shh. Please comment. That sounded really rude. My apologies. Please comment,
Shouldn't it?
guys. Back me up on the fact that is 9.5. Your
9.5.
shoes are 9.5.
I'm a size 9.5.
Or I'd be a 6.5.
I'm a 9.5.
It's not 0.5. That's how you would measure a zoot.
9.5. It just makes more sense.
Nine
I think
and
it's
a
when I'm
half.
reading something out, when I see it, when I'm looking at the label.
9.5.
9.5. Size 9.5.
Yeah, very much so.
So yeah, that's the size of my feet and his.
Yeah, very much so.
Jake, the real Jake Thomas.
Real Jake Thomas.
Reals Jake Thomas.
What would you say? Like have you measured?
I have, but it was when I was very young. I remember doing it at 14 because I feel like who hasn't done that? Who hasn't went to
You not measured recently?
the effort? No, I haven't.
So you don't know how big?
No, but I'd say it hasn't changed much probably since that age. Like, What? How big are you?
I'm about 8.4 to 8.6.
What? Oh my god! Yeah, my god, that's massive. Like, I'm just over 7.
When we were during the
Still
collab,
both
guys,
quite big.
They are very big. During the collab, he looked at me and asked me that exact question. And I've never seen someone look so scared in my entire... This is before we got to the actual Rumpy Pumpy, and he just looked at me as if to say...
What is with the twinks? Like, twinks with their, Christ almighty, third legs.
Yeah.
It's so common, though.
It is.
It's like, how?
Right, guys, moving on, because we have no more questions left. We're gonna rate, talk, explain about the collab, how it went. And we're also going to tell you some
There's
funny
a lot
parts.
to cover there.
There's a lot
Jesus
to cover.
Christ.
We only have half an hour left of this podcast, so if you guys would like to go have a break and go get a drink, go for it, but we will not, because we are consistent. So, there was a lot of funny points in the collab.
We didn't even have a cup of tea during the collab.
We didn't.
We didn't even get
We
a
was
tea
on
break.
There was a few digs, should I say, from this one over here.
Oh, I forgot about them. They weren't meant to...
First one, we was laid doing things, and he said, we're talking about children in care, and he just looked at me and said, yeah, I feel like there's a lot you need to get working on. There's a lot to be worked on there.
There's a lot of things you need to fix.
A lot of things I need to fix. That was the words. A lot of things I need to fix. That was the first one. And then he tried backtracking. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. That was the first one. Then he said that I have...
God, you're broken.
Stumped growth. He said I have a stumped growth.
I still think there's like a valid point to that. Not stunted growth.
Care to explain.
So you mentioned that you were celiac, and so celiac having a gluten intolerance.
I know what celiac means.
Well, I would like to think that you do. Yeah, but like, isn't it common that like they might start puberty or development a little bit later on because that's not your experience, is it? No. See, I know one or two people who were celiac, and they've had a similar experience because, I don't know.
What you will learn about him over here.
Something's just
When he starts saying something, he just doesn't know when to stop. And he digs, and then he's like, oh God, how do I get out of this hole? And he just makes himself worse, okay?
There was a few things that came up, wasn't there?
Yeah, he said a few nasty things.
Yeah.
We should have done it cosplaying as a bully, to be fair, because he would have smashed that. There's a few comments, can't lie. But no, overall, the collab was absolutely hilarious.
It was.
And I know that's such a bad way to view a collab, because normally it's supposed to be hot and sexy, which it were. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. I think it makes it hotter. I really do think it makes it
There's
hotter.
A lot of personality.
There's a lot of chemistry going on.
There was.
A lot of laughs, and I'm keeping a lot of that in it, like, you know?
Yeah, we were
because it's
giggling.
fun to watch.
It is.
Like, it's just two people like connecting, and they're connecting on a real level too. And that's what I love.
What I love about this collab the most is everything in it is very pure. This is the first time we met, the first time we did anything.
It's not like we sat back and just scripted, okay, you say this, you say that.
It was all very real in the moment.
That would be impossible for me to do anyway, to retain the information to remember.
Especially for 8 hours.
For 8 hours.
So when you guys say a job isn't easy, we've done a day's worth of work.
Well, 8 hours, yeah, isn't it? So, yeah.
But yeah.
But it was a fun 8 hours.
I'd say rate out of 10. 1 being terrible, 10 being great.
In terms of a collab, geez, I'd give it a 9.
I would also agree. I feel like...
would. Like, do you know, in terms of many factors, like, we both just gelled, we chatted.
I'm going to say this in code because I don't want you guys to understand what I mean. But the parts where it wouldn't work, that's why the 1 is down. But everything else was absolutely fantastic. I believed that wasn't a factor within the collab. Probably could have got it done within about 5 hours rather than 8. But
oh yeah, definitely.
I enjoyed it. The time flew. It was fantastic.
We didn't even get onto reels.
We didn't.
No, we just didn't have. Well,
I mean, I think we agreed we weren't going to do that anyway. But we got some pictures taken, which was good. So yeah, I feel like we did well. Good collab.
We did do well, and like considering, like, I think we had like one phone call last week. We were chatting for a little bit on Twitter, and it just seemed right. You know. So yeah, made the trip to where are we at?
Stainforth.
Staying for.
Oh, we can't say that. Say the part that we said made a trip again.
I decided to come down to Doncaster.
Yeah.
Doncaster. Yeah.
Doncaster.
In Doncaster. Yeah, the only thing I know about Doncaster is the horse racing.
Very famous.
Yeah,
Doncaster's very famous for that, yeah.
Well, that's how I'd know it, because my dad loves the horses and stuff. So, yeah, Doncaster, I just know that they have like a race course there. And now I'm here.
So yeah, I feel very blessed to have Mr. Aloe over here as my first collab.
I know, it's your first one too.
First ever.
I know, that is crazy. That really is mad.
And it was fantastic. It was great. I feel like your first is make or break. You're either never going to do it again or you're going to do it loads of times. And I am very blessed with having you as my first collab. I absolutely loved every minute of it.
Do you know what? I have been like quite a few people's first collab, and I don't know what it is about that, do you know? Like, yeah, there's a few that I was their first collab. Anyway, sorry, go on, what were you saying?
Yeah, so just to wrap it all up, basically, yeah, the collab was great. This has been fantastic to record, and I love doing the podcast. It's been brilliant having you on.
Thank you for having me.
And yeah, very much looking forward to seeing you in the future. If you guys have any questions, any more ideas for the next episode, which I will not be leaking who's on it because I'm very excited for the next guest.
I'm excited too.
You know who it is, actually.
Yes, I do, yeah.
He does. So very excited. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you are subscribed. So yeah, make sure you hit the subscribe button, notifications, like it, all that diva-ish stuff. And make sure you
link.
Yeah,
subscribe.
The ats for both of us will be on the bottom. And yeah, I hope you loved the video, and I hope you come back to see more. And that is the Behind the Sheets podcast finished.
Well, hey, happy days.
Let's think about nothing.